earring.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I got this
So
from Colors of Azalea. Shout out to our
Okay,
girl Viv.
yes.
What's up?
That was not planned at all.
It was not. It was not. But welcome to our last broadcast of the Atala Dispatch.
The Atala Dispatch has
Yes.
come to its conclusion. This micro season was so much fun
It was really,
to
really
put together
great.
for you all.
Yes.
So much is brewing here.
Yes.
But
So,
I think
today's episode is just going to be a super cute closeout. We're just going to talk about what we loved, what was exciting, what is still inspiring us.
yes.
And, just let you know what may or may not be in store for the next iteration of the Atala Dispatch.
Yes.
Very excited to just, kick it.
That's
kick back,
right.
Kiki, if you will.
Yeah, right over here I see a beautiful bird that has joined us. BK's mama is right here enjoying the garden. Set created by her.
Yes,
wonderful.
creative direction by my mommy,
Yes,
that girl.
That's right.
And look, the bee is recording. The
Right.
bee is our videographer. It's a good time.
So we are joining you from the Boiling Point, which is a house that has a home that has housed so many queer folks from community organizers for the last 10-15 years. It is now officially the headquarters of Comb Cutters and the home of so many cool events. For example, this Saturday we're hosting Femsage, who you all know we love.
Yes.
As part of their healers activations, they're bringing some of their healing just right here.
What activation are y'all doing?
So they are going to have a healing space. They're asking folks to bring blankets and journals and just to come and enjoy the outdoors. There's going to be Reiki going on and all kinds of just healing, relaxing opportunities for folks to partake in, in true Femsage fashion.
Of course. We love Femsage over here, obviously. Yes. So if you are seeing this and you were able to attend the healing activation, tap in with us. Let us know how it went. Maybe send us a little sound bite. Yeah. We might be making a soundscape. That may or may not happen. But if you are interested, feel free to email us all of your reflections and meditations, or even just, a word or two about how this activation made you feel. You can email us at theataladispatch@gmail.com.
Wow. What's been going on with you? How are you doing?
I am.
Yeah.
I am.
You are.
There's been a lot within the past 2 weeks. The fortnight. Actually, it's not a fortnight because we saw y'all last week.
Right.
Half a fortnight. A half night. It's been really great. This past week, I was able to do some video work at the Florida Grand Opera.
Oh, excellent.
So I got to see a beautiful opera. I can't remember the name of it right now. Excuse my aging brain. But it was really, really lovely.
Yeah.
I'm big. I won't say a big fan. I'm a fair weather fan of opera.
Yeah.
I have a few cousins that were opera singers.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's so cool.
Yeah, on my dad's side, my
Okay.
cousin Cassie talks about her foray as a, I don't even know what they call them, but she was kind of like an understudy.
Yeah.
Or, she did her thing back in the day.
That's so cool. I went to an opera once.
Oh, okay.
As probably in high school. I went to like an arts middle school and high school, and they would take us to things. And one time we went to an opera, and I loved it.
Yeah,
I was so taken aback by like the power of everyone's voices.
And it's such a different, like, because opera is basically a musical, not to truncate it or not to like downplay the the beauty of that world of opera, but it's definitely different from a musical, because oftentimes you're singing in different languages and you're singing against classical scores and classical music. So I just remember the name of the opera.
Oh, good.
It's called The Magic Flute.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And it was an original piece that was basically, it kind of merged different stories into like this tale of this guy fighting for the love of this girl.
Yeah.
Tale as old as time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he has to go through these like Masonic rites to prove that he is worthy
Wow.
of her affections. And
Bring that back.
Come on now. We need more courting in the world, okay? More y'all need to go. Never mind, I ain't gonna say that. But yeah, more of us need to be fighting for each other's affections, for sure, for sure. Prove that you love me.
Yeah.
But it was a great show. It was so beautiful because you know, it was randomly that I was able to kind of, you know, do this work. Shout out to Filmgate and the folks over there that recruited us. They kind of just randomly sent an email, which go follow people's newsletters because you never know what opportunities might just come across your desk.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was able to take the opportunity to do some videography work for them, and it was just a beautiful time. They had folks singing during the opening, like when you're coming into the opera or into the opera house, they're singing different arias and just being so beautiful. And,
I love an immersive experience like that. That's really great.
It was so amazing. So I'm truly grateful and might be going to see some more opera in the next coming months.
I will join you.
Yes, please do. Please do.
Actually.
In another world, I was the prima donna, you know, the diva, if you will. Prima donna is ballet. Let me get myself together.
Right. But it's all good. We all know what you mean.
I was a diva in another life.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
But yes, that really inspired me because I really want to like take more time into learning and understanding, like, you know, our connections to opera.
Yeah.
And you know, who we have right now making waves and shaking up the scene.
Yeah.
I know earlier, or maybe 2 years ago, I went to New Deco Ensemble performance, and they had I want to say her name was Ashley. It's not Ashley, but there was a beautiful diva that came to visit us here in Miami that performed with New Deco.
Okay.
And yeah, she was an amazing singer.
Wow.
Beautiful. Just, I mean, she's a diva, so obviously she's up there, but that was the last time I went to the opera. It was at the Arts Center, so I got to do it again at the Fifth Opera House. So that was really amazing.
Is this where your play was, or where was your play?
So no, my play was on the Susan Westfall Playwright stage.
Oh, love.
So no, not the Opera House, but close. It was around the corner.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if y'all have a chance, the Magic Flute is actually going to be in Fort Lauderdale in the next couple performances next week.
Yeah.
So yeah, go check it out if you're interested.
Exciting. I've been wanting to take the girls to like kids theater because I remember going a lot as a kid.
My mom took us to a lot of different performances. Her favorite is the Nutcracker. So we always.
I was just telling Rebecca, I'm like, is this the year? Are we ready?
Do it.
3 and 5. Are we ready? We might be.
Do it. I think it's a good time.
Yeah.
And it'll be a core memory for them because I have so many memories of my mom taking us to go see the Nutcracker in Broward. What was it, Parker Playhouse? Yeah, Parker Playhouse. Yeah, so it's a good time.
Yeah,
definitely give them that early on so they can be the crazy people that love music and the arts.
Yeah,
in all of its iterations.
I think I have accomplished this already.
Yeah, so that's what's been like. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what's been inspiring me lately, or at least this week. And then obviously it was my mom's birthday week. So I got to spoil.
Tell us about this mom. That sounds so like even saying the word mom.
So I took my mom, which I went first just to test out the waters.
Yeah.
On Veterans Day, I went to visit the Hurim Turkish Bath and Wellness Spa. It's in North Miami near Aventura. And it's a beautiful experience. Like I'm not very familiar with the, you know, I mean, you know, I take care of myself. I go to spas, I get massages, but there's something truly magical about just having someone put their hands on you and like scrub your body down and rub your body down and like just take so much care and attention.
The happy dances from your mom are just cracking me up. She's like, yes.
Because no, like,
experience.
To her credit, it's just like she said it. She's been saying it since we left yesterday because we spent the whole day there.
Yeah.
Like they do a day pass from Monday through Thursday. It's a little pricey. It's $85.
Okay.
But, you know, for your time, energy, and rest and relaxation, I feel like that's, you know, a little investment. You can spend that $85 anywhere.
Right.
But go Monday through Thursday, because on the weekends it's $125. And who has that?
I'm definitely going on a Thursday.
Who has that?
Or Monday through Thursday. Okay. Yeah,
but the last Tuesday of every month is Ladies' Day.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, so it's only ladies. But yeah.
Okay.
It was really amazing. But yeah, I was gonna say, like, my mom was remarking, like, this is how you live. Mm-hmm. Like, this is how you access your healing.
Yeah. This
is how you really tune into, like, who you are and what makes you just feel loved and supported and pampered and, like, taken care of. Like, I truly felt like a princess. She said she felt like a queen.
Yeah.
It was a magical time. Like, and even the second time around, because I got a different service. The first time I did, like, a body mud mask.
Okay, nice.
And that was really lovely.
Yeah.
And this time around we did what they call Serenity Bliss. So it's like they scrub you down with the kiss.
Yeah.
It's like they scrub you. They just scrub you down.
Yeah.
They
exfoliation, baby.
Yeah, they mix it with they do a water and mint kef. So it's just water and mint that they scrub your body down with. And then, depending on your service, you could get them. So I got the body scrub with the body mask.
Yes.
And they just take you, put the scrub and just scrub you down. Please. And just scrub you and scrub you. And it's front and back. Yeah. And then they pour this warm water all over you to rinse you out. Like, it is an experience, girl. When I tell you, like, I've never had that feeling. Right. But I was telling my mom, because I really want to take her to Turkey. I really want to be able to do that. So I was like, this is just a preview till next year when we actually go to Turkey and do this for real big, real time. So to all of our listeners and watchers out there, if you do have some time, like, take some time to pamper yourself, especially after the year we've had as organizers, as cultural workers, and just as humans living in this world, especially here in South Florida and Florida. Like, we need spaces that will pamper and take care of us and allow us to feel like, you know, human again.
Right.
You know?
There is that quote floating around of healing justice, that it means incorporating these things within our everyday lives and not just waiting until we have hit that wall to seek healing, you know, just health in general. So absolutely.
And it reminds you what life could be, right? Like, I know these services historically were for, like, the kings and queens and the concubines and all of those folks who kind of take up governance like that. But I think as workers of the world, we need those spaces as well.
But is that true of, like, I know that there's, like, the Turkish baths, but then there's certain Asian cultures that also have, like, a bathhouse culture.
Yeah.
And that feels a little bit more collective, like, or...
So that's...
I don't know if that's true, though.
I'm not sure. I know I was talking to my mom about it, that I want to do more research into that, because in this respect, this specific, like, type of hammam, it was for the well, she was a slave. So the king's consort.
Gotcha.
He married her.
And...
No, he married her. And, brought her into the governance system. So she was a politician, and she had rank, and you know, he brought her into the fold. So it's like, in this specific example, for that specific woman, that's how that was. But I'm not really sure how it plays out across, like, different sects of, like, you know, Asian countries, or even, like, either other Muslim countries, because I know this is a common custom.
Yes.
Of you know, the bathing houses and things like that.
Yeah.
But to put a bow on it, they have 2 different saunas, a hot sauna and a hot sauna. They have a steam room. They have a cold room, cold showers, cold plunge. A waterfall, like, you walk through this waterfall, like, with rain shower thing.
Yes.
And then the actual hammam.
Yeah.
The actual bathhouse.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, so you walk in and there's this big
Is it also
marble
beautiful?
Oh my
or
God.
Beautiful setting as well? Okay.
So, it was marble.
Just making sure.
Marble and gold.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
you can just lay on that marble slab, and it's heated. So when you lay down, you just get this sensation of like laying
Oh
on
my God.
just a warm towel hugging you. And they have these sinks where you can bring your own. They give you soap, this olive oil soap that they only sell. That not even sell. They don't sell it. They just have it there. You can only use it there.
Huh.
Sinister work. But
Okay.
they have these olive oil soaps. You can scrub your body down, and like these sinks with I forget what the bowl is called, but you fill up the sink with whatever temperature water you want, and you take the bowl after you scrub your body down and just rinse yourself. Oh, I felt so luxurious.
God. A little goddess.
I felt so luxurious.
Oh my God. Oh,
it was great. It was great. Oh, okay. So
and
the
they wash
service
your
that
hair?
she got, they wash your hair as
That's
well.
heaven. Okay.
Yeah, so I wouldn't do it because
Okay.
my hair is so thick, and I just don't know how that would play out in that way. But my mom has sister locks, so they really they poured it over her scalp. And just gave her a good scalp massage and washed and conditioned her hair.
Yes.
It was an experience, like the total package experience. So the day pass alone will allow you access to the full facilities. They also have a Himalayan salt room that you can sit in.
Yes.
And they also have a restaurant, a Turkish restaurant inside.
And food.
Yeah.
And food. Okay.
So we didn't do the restaurant yet because I actually want to go to Turkey and experience their food first before. I'm sorry, B.
The bees are exploring. You're good. You're good.
I want to actually go to Turkey and explore their food first. But yeah, it was.
That's so nice.
If you have the time, and the services that we got cost a little bit extra.
Yeah.
So I spent a little.
Yeah.
I spent a little bit.
Yeah.
For the love of my mother who brought me into this world, I can always celebrate her whenever the time comes. So
that's so cool. Okay. I'm excited to go.
At the very least, do the day pass.
Yes, absolutely.
You will love that.
Absolutely. Oh, that's
and
so
you
cool.
can buy the body scrub. So like if you go into the hammam, the one with the marble, your concierge can give you like the scrubs and the mud. Yeah. And you can do it yourself.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. So you don't have to necessarily have somebody scrub you down. Yeah. But if you want that full experience, which I definitely suggest, do at least once if you can
still
afford
luxuriate in the fullness of it. Okay. Yeah. That's fun.
So that's been this week. That's our first birthday activity that we did, and I have more activities planned for her throughout the week. I'm a good gift giver, because I love to receive.
She's like, I'm just toot my own horn real quick because that was an experience.
I know how to give a good gift. I know how to plot it out for a birthday. I love to celebrate people. Yeah. So like when I have the means and the ability, and you're locked in with me like that, you will get all of that. Yeah. Okay? So yeah, I love that. That's what's been holding us down this week. It's been a rest and relaxation and rejuvenation week.
Well, I love that for y'all so much.
In between work and calls, how it is.
Yes, of course. Of course, always.
But how about you? I heard you were on a panel for Data
for
Black Lives.
I was on a panel for Data for Black Lives for their third conference. It was really fun. It was really exciting. I only wish that I could have partaken more in all of the festivities of the conference. But because I'm balancing also book fair, we're getting ready for book fair. Which if you're hearing this on Sunday and you still have time in your day, please come visit us. We're only like full blown selling honey once a year. So come check us out, get some honey, get some candles. But because I was balancing those two things, I couldn't fully partake. But the time that I was there, I was in heaven. Yeah. That was so fun.
I can imagine.
Just being surrounded by so many differently brilliant folks. All kinds of sectors were being represented there, whether it was data or I met a marine biologist. I met a historian. I met Haitian elders that are doing incredible work. But it was great. The panel itself was a lot of fun. And especially because it was all local women who are doing incredible work themselves. There's Ayana from Sustain the Culture. Okay. It was Samantha Barkeen from Miami Waterkeeper, and then Nicole Crooks from Catalyst, and then myself, and then it was facilitated by Keelan Bishop. who's a professor at UN for like sustainability or environmental something or other. Wonderful sister. But we had fun together. You know what I mean? Like we really kicked it off. We really like the thing was running a little bit late, and so we got to like kind of kick it a little bit and go outside and take pictures and like just kind of talk and get to know each other. We were all like, it was one of those things where we were all like, we need to like connect outside of this. Like what? Right. Like we're all here. Like we need to like
come on, build community.
Continue. Yeah. Like what else can we do? You know. So I'm excited to do a lot of that with them because it was a good time. And the questions were incredible. The folks that were in attendance were great. There was a portion of it where we did Q&A towards the end, and it was wonderful. And it was all closed out by this Haitian elder historian who, instead of asking a question, she blessed us with knowledge. Ooh. And we were all just like eating it up.
Love our elders over here.
Right? Nurlan was there, and I saw her talking to her just after the shout out to Nurlan, CJP lawyer.
Nana.
Yes. I saw her with the elder afterwards, and I'm like, okay, let me also come sit at her feet because, oh my goodness.
That's beautiful. I'm glad you got to experience that. Yeah. Were you there repping comb cutters?
I was there repping all of my things. Okay. So like was, doing feed and comb cutters mostly.
Okay.
Was really uplifting those things. I was really excited because I took the time to write out a bio and like I memorized it so that I could not miss a thing. I feel like every time that people ask me like, what do you do? I always leave something out, and I'm always like, damn it, I should have said.
That's me all day.
Right. And so I wrote it, and I'm like, and I got and out of that exercise, I got such a great description of feed, which I'm really excited about.
Can I hear it?
Things.
Do you have it memorized now?
I do. So let me give it to y'all.
All right, wait. Before you get into that, let me make sure we're still recording. So,
yes,
we're gonna hold off for a second. Pause for the cause, because this thing likes to turn off after a certain amount of time. Okay, we're still good.
Okay.
We probably have like
a little bit left.
5 minutes on this copy.
Okay.
So just start again with feed.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, so
we're good here. Yes. So
you have it memorized?
I do.
Okay, let's hear that. Let's see.
Essentially, Feed is a publication that aims to be a tool for accessing food, whether it's growing it, foraging it, or mutual aid. We aimed for folks to be able to understand the relationship between growing food and heat versus cold, which is usually how farming and all of these things are always referencing cold, whether it's like your last freeze date or what have you, as a reference. But that is completely detached from our reality here and is more aligned with like temperate climates. And especially in the face of climate change, this is something that I want to make sure folks really get to understand. And so it's a comprehensive tool that folks can reference year after year, hopefully, to be able to grow food.
Yes, so we've already started cultivating spaces and work for Feed.
Yes.
That was our first mini little project together.
That's right.
Shout out to our Black Earth Wisdom study group.
That's right. Who we hope to have on the show shortly, because we've always wanted to do some kind of talk back with them.
Like a reflection space for us to kind of, talk about what we learned and where we're going with the different rituals that we cultivated in that space. I'm so excited about that.
Me too. I'm really proud of what we did there because so many of the themes and things that we reflected on together have continued to come up, in all kinds of ways, whether it's reverence or ownership or just all of these different ways in which we are in relationship with the earth. I think it was like a really good foundational way for I think it's a good foundation to start, period, for us to be able to reconcile with the earth, with the soil, especially as folks who are descendants of folks who were enslaved. There's that bit of tension there when really there's so much healing in the earth, and so being able to reconcile and really have that deep conversation about like what all of that means. it meant a lot to me. I'm sure it meant a
It
lot to
definitely
all the
meant a lot
folks
to
that
me.
were,
Yeah. Me,
that were there.
it meant a lot
Yeah.
to me, and
Yeah.
I really think it meant a lot to everyone that participated in that with us.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's something you just said that I
Mhm.
want to reference back to because
Yeah.
I know we were talking earlier about the panel,
Yes.
and you mentioned this question around ownership that you wanted to kind of
Yes.
reflect on.
Yes, so interesting. I wish I had this person's name, this brother from North Carolina. And I was looking through there's like an app for the conference,
Mhm.
and you can see like who attended.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was trying to look for them.
I've done
I'm like,
that
is it
many
you?
a time.
Is it you? Is it you? I don't
Shout
know.
out to Netroots.
Right. So I was trying to find it, but I wasn't able to. But this brother, one of the questions that were asked, he was talking about how he was contending with these two opposing ideas of both like wanting to leave a legacy for his son and like knowing that in this world part of that entails owning land or having some form of legacy that's
Mhm.
like rooted in capital or ownership of something that's substantial enough to like carry them through. But there's also his like own moral compass and like his own learnings have led him to believe that we shouldn't own anything that's natural, that's like land, trees, like we don't own those things. They are their own thing, their own sentient beings, they have their own thing going on. There's so much connection going on that we are barely beginning to understand. This is like indigenous knowledge has told us for centuries that there's this communication that's going on, that they are sentient, that we can be in relationship with them, that we can follow their lead, that we can have like an understanding of what's happening or what's not, or what they need or not. But science is catching up and understanding that there's like a mycelium web of connectivity. And so in getting to understand all of those things, especially through, our study group, I definitely understood where he was coming from. And I know for us, we talked a lot about like the colonial perspective of ownership versus stewardship, the reverence that it takes to be a steward versus the like dominion that it is to be an owner, and how those things are not the same. And even though we as humans can be the caretakers of things, that doesn't mean that we, can simply chop down, acres and acres of trees and not feel the repercussions of that. That's a complete falsehood that colonialism has unfortunately taught us. And so, I've just been contending a lot with his question about like how to contend with those two things. But I think that for me, we just don't have to take on the role of ownership. Like,
in the way that the way that we think about it.
Right, exactly. Like we don't have to be that verbatim. We can have our own relationship. The papers can be there, sure. Those protections can be there because at this point in time they need to be in some way, shape, or form. If we want to have access to things, and it's really access, but then we can relate to it and our neighbors beyond that in whatever ways we want to. And I think it's going to take us taking the autonomy, not asking for it, but just stepping into it, because it is ours to take and it is ours. We hold it and that's it, for us to like really say, well, what does it mean for me? That can be a paper that gives me access, but then what does it mean for me to have access to this piece of land? And how do I relate to it? And how do I bring my people in? And et cetera, et cetera. So that's where I've landed. When I initially answered, for me, it was more about like play and feeling things out, that we don't need to know the answers right away, and having opposing ideas and just sitting with them and allowing the time to kind of bring us clarity around those things. I think that that's where I am with a lot of things at this point in time.
Yeah.
I
really love this question. I think about, I've thought about this question in a different way as it relates to like getting our formerly incarcerated family members, you know, back access to land in different ways, and kind of contending with that, like, oh well, this feels like it's attributed to slavery in certain aspects and certain like frameworks. Yeah. And you know, shout out to Leah Penniman and and what was the book?
Black Earth Wisdom.
No, the other one.
Farming While Black.
Yes. So yeah, big love to Leah Penniman and the folks that edited and put together Farming While Black, because it helps me to kind of understand the underlying question in this question around like ownership and what it means to like get back to the land as stewards, as you were saying. I've grappled with this a lot because, you know, I really want us to really get back to those skills that I think our forefathers and ancestors knew inherently, that this land was like kin to them. You know, so we don't necessarily own it, but we are in relationship to this land, right? Yes. So I love that question is coming back up, because it's something that I feel like we need to, especially right now, start to really like grapple with and decolonize our minds around. Like, we don't need to dominate this land. We don't need to dominate anything. And when we think about the land, that's the perfect example of how we can be in better relationship with the beings around us, right? So like thinking about, like, I think Aja, hey Aja, I hope you're well. She said this once, and it really like struck me, that the way that we treat the land is symbolic to the way that we treat each other. Yeah. Right? So, like, if we can start to really think about this land, this earth, as a part of us, an extension of us, like, she lives just as we live, right? We could probably start to be in better community with each other, too, right? Yes. Because if we think about, like, oh, okay, I'm walking here, I'm growing here, I'm nurturing here. Yes. Like, this tree isn't just this tree because it feeds me, it gives me air, it gives me stability, right? What does that say about the people around us that give us air, that give us stability, that feed us, that nurture us, right? Yes. So I really love like thinking about this and like grappling with this question, because it's really truly something that, you know, all of us should be like really more like meditating on, like, and as a group, like as communities meditating on it. Like, what does it look like for us to really take back the idea that we can dominate this thing? Right. You know? Right. And really put reverence, like we said, reverence back into like, no, like, we're not dominating here. We're taking care. We are, this is an extension of ourselves, and therefore an extension of our legacy as humans on this place, right? Or in this place, right? So, I think I love that he brought that up, and I really want us to like, as we continue, you know, the work with Feed and the work with the Black Earth Wisdom and the different iterations that's going to come in, I really would love to kind of like explore that tangibly. Yeah. Because I feel in my spirit that we're going to really need to understand the answer to that question. We need to figure that out. Yeah, for sure. There was that quote in the book that said, we're not saving the earth. We're a part of earth saving itself. Because if we know anything for real, is that she gonna last. Right. She is gonna last and has been outlasting us for millennia. Yeah. Millennia that we don't know, understand, or even have cognizant, like, thought around. Exactly. So she will last. Like, when it's all said and done, we're gonna be the ones missing. Well, to your point about what you were saying, I feel like there's many things that I want to say right now. Okay. There's one where I'm like, okay, the quote that you were mentioning from Aja about the relationship with the earth, and like the way that we treat her is the way that we treat each other. And I'm thinking about rape culture in particular, and how that's been coming up so much, like patriarchy in this election, and how that's just such a like, there it is. Yeah. There it is. Yeah. That is so indicative of how... Because, of course, if we think we can rape the land, then we can rape each other. Right. Like, fracking... Do we understand really what's happening when we're fracking the land, or we're mining this land to get all of their resources? Like, let's really
The
talk
idea
about
of
it.
fracking.
Come on.
I was like, oh,
Fracking,
Lord.
mining, the cutting down of our trees as ecosystems, the ruining of our ecosystem so our bees don't survive, which is another ecosystem, right? Like, if our bees don't survive, do you understand and have real cognizant thought around like what the implications of that will mean?
Well, that just brings to mind Gaza, and that we've been talking to
Come on.
our colleagues, our beekeeper colleagues, and on the West Bank and Gaza as well.
Right. Yeah.
Yes, and just so much of what we've been talking about is like they're directly aiming things at the prevention of life.
Mm-hmm.
So like the water sources, the plants,
the children.
You cannot find a blooming flower right now in Gaza. You know what I mean? Like, it's just the fact that you don't have that. The trees are all chopped down. They just killed this gentleman who was bringing back farming. He grabbed all of his seeds and tried to bring food. He tried to grow food. They you know. And
then not to even mention like what the bombing, like the consistent bombing.
Yes.
What is that doing to the land?
That is ravaging all forms of life, and all forms of life is interdependent.
And then you see the waves of it. Like there were two tsunamis happening like in different countries that surround that area. You know, you can see like there are implications of like what's happening to the water, not even on the Gaza Strip, but in that subsection, what's happening further down the way when you think about what's going on in the Red Sea. Like it's all connected. It's all connected. Free my Palestine, please.
Yes. I've been reading N.K. Jemisin, and I've made it all the way to the third book.
Come on, which series you are? The Broken Earth series.
Broken Earth. But there's just so much that's reading that. You know, we talk about Octavia Butler's The Parable of the Sower
and the Talents
series.
And the Parable of the Talents, which is so eerily similar to what we're about to go through right now, or what we're going through.
Yes.
Like, this is the way the book begins, honestly.
Yes.
Hello. How you doing? But yeah, this is the way the book begins. But sorry, go ahead.
No. But I feel like N.K. Jemisin's Broken Earth series is also one to actually revisit, because there's just so much. First of all, it begins with the end of the earth. Yeah. The end of the world. But this is not the first time, and it will not be the last time that the world ends.
Shout out to NK, man.
Okay.
She's such a brilliant writer.
The iterations of worlds ending, the parallels between histories repeating themselves, and the ultimately the ways in which they were contending with genocide of a people, the controlling of people, the way that she's contending with all of these folks coming together to actually figure out, well, we're all human. Let's figure out what we need to do, and let's get it done. And the anger and the wrath that Father Earth lets out on everyone with the seasons.
Whew, come through. Oh my gosh.
All of it mirroring
I love that book
climate
series.
change.
Yes.
I need y'all to please
tap in. Broken Earth series. What was the first one? The fifth
season.
The fifth season. The Obelisk Gate.
And damn it. I'm not gonna remember.
Oh my god.
I'm not gonna
It's a great series. Either way.
It's incredible.
Check it out. This season. Get into it, okay? What is the fifth season? What is it?
And then the next one.
And the next one.
The last one. But just so much. But I think that it's just such a beautiful example of like all of these things feel separate, and please let us not forget that they are not. They are one and the same. And the reason why we have the catastrophes in terms of the floods, y'all, come on, we've all been witness to this. There was snow in the Sahara. There was flooding over here.
There are flowers blooming in Antarctica.
There is
like the coldest place on this planet, is now
No, like-
blooming with flowers.
This is not a joke.
What?
This is like crazy.
We gonna be living in tree houses soon.
Oh,
What was that
my
movie? Where the guy went back in time and he went back far enough, or he went forward in time. He was trying to, I can't remember it. Dang
Yeah.
it. What's her name? Christina Milian was in it.
Oh, really?
No, Samantha
Oh.
Mumba. You remember
Samantha
her?
Mumba. Oh, I remember Samantha Mumba.
What was that movie? They were living in tree houses.
Okay.
He went into the future. I can't
And they
remember
were
it.
living in
And they
tree
were living in
houses.
tree houses, and there were these blue people that were trying to kill it. Anyway, we're gonna be living in tree houses soon. So
I mean, I would not mind.
I like a good tree house.
Right.
Okay, come through.
What was that movie from back in the 90s with the tree house? It was like a stranded family on some deserted island, and then they like, I don't know, like they built this like really elaborate tree house. I don't know. Maybe it was a little bit before your time. I don't know.
I don't
Do
know.
you
It
remember what I'm
sounds
talking
vaguely
about? Yeah.
familiar.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't remember it either, but it was really cool. Like they had all kinds of like contraptions where they would like pull up the water and like do this, and
Oh,
then the
that's
coconut
cool.
would roll down, and this would happen, and pop
So
out.
basically, we need more engineers in this world.
Yes.
We need more engineer minds. So let's start.
But that's
let's
the
start
thing for
tapping
me.
into
Like
that.
we have all the solutions.
Oh, of course, yeah. We have everything we
We
need.
have everything.
We are
need.
abundant. We just need to really tap in and find where our people are.
That's all.
Find
And
them.
I think with the same thing with what we're talking about, we don't have to take on the role of
Mhm.
ownership. We also don't have to take on any role of any kind, period. We can simply shape exactly what feels right and be led by intuition or what have you to guide that. I think that's important for us to remember, that we have way more autonomy at our disposal than we are led to believe. We don't have to. We don't have to.
So as we shift, as we move and groove into this
Yes.
next iteration of the Atala Dispatch, it might be another micro season.
Every time you say that, I feel like you want to do a little salsa or something.
Dude, I gotta learn the moves. I feel like I'm more of a bachata girl. I don't know.
Okay, yes. I love bachata.
I love a good bachata.
I wish I was a little. The way that, there's like bachata, but then there's like the way that they dance. Right.
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
I'm
Getting
trying to get
real
on that
sensual,
level.
baby.
Okay. Yes.
But yeah. So there may be some exciting things coming up for our Basel for the Atala Dispatch. We
What just happened?
my phone went off. I'm just gonna let that pass. Okay.
Okay.
We'll edit that part out.
Okay.
There may be some exciting things coming for the Atala
Yeah.
Dispatch.
I mean, there are exciting things.
Yes.
Which exciting things we don't know yet.
We don't know yet, but if you might see us around during Art Basel, I might have my camera in my hand doing some things.
Okay.
Shout out to the Highlander Center. I don't want to
Okay.
give too much away, but might be happening, But as we close out the year, are there any reflections or any learnings that you want to impart on the folks that are watching, or anything that you just want to, walk away with as we close out this micro season?
I mean, not really. I just know that we need to move differently than we ever have before. So whatever thing you thought in the past was too much, it's not too much.
Yeah. Got to start being bold about our dreams,
Right.
about our wants for our communities.
Say them out loud, talk to each other about them.
And just do the thing. I
Yeah.
think I'm so proud of us for doing this, because for a long time I felt like I needed to have so many things in place for something like this to happen.
Yeah.
And we just did it. We've just been doing it.
Yes.
Literally just been going in.
Yes.
We have what we need, and
Yes.
it went from very much scripted to okay, we're
We're
here.
here.
We're gonna talk about this thing,
Yes.
and just let it be. I've upset so many of my rapper friends. I'm so sorry.
Why?
I mean, my rap was terrible. I just put it out there. My rap
Your
was
rap
terrible.
was lovely and necessary. I love
offended.
it.
I'm sorry if I offended you.
Ain't nobody been offended. We
I'm just
loved
saying.
it.
Yeah,
I
loved it.
It served a purpose.
It did its
okay?
thing. But you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, I think doing this scared and just letting it fall, letting it lie where it lands, like, I'm just very excited about getting deeper into our practice of, like, sharing stories with our people.
Yes.
Finding and building the stories that are making our communities grow and thrive and, you know, be accountable to each other.
Yeah.
I think I'm very excited about what the future holds.
Me
for
too.
This space.
Me too. I'm also proud of us. We did that.
Indeed.
And, you know, I think that there's value in just showing up as you are, as you know. And I think that we did that well, and I think that I'm just proud of the work that we produced. I'm excited for the replays to be uploaded so that we can watch and rewatch together, revisit whatever we need to revisit, and just bring more of you in. You know what I mean? If y'all want to collaborate, talk to us
more music,
in whatever way.
More poetry.
Music, poetry, whatever it is.
Yeah, I'd love to have a live painting while we're talking.
That would be
That would be really cool, right? You know, or
Yes.
live creation happening as we're indulging, or even talking to some young people.
Yes.
Seeing how they are taking these moments that we're in. I just want to be more in our community, and I feel like we've started a good momentum. We're on a great track.
I love these, like, on location.
Yeah.
Actually.
I do too.
Yeah.
The Miami Community Radio setting
Dear
is
Eleanor
beautiful.
is gorgeous. We love it.
We love Dear Eleanor.
It's a lot of fun.
Love it. And also Third Spaces. We are interacting with Third Spaces.
Yes.
And so I think I want to do more of that as well.
Me too. Yeah. Thank you to everyone that supported us throughout.
That lended us their mics.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Calvin. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Phil.
Paul.
Thank you, Nadej, Nerlan, CJP.
CJP.
We love CJP.
Thank y'all so much. Thank you, FAMSAI.
Yes.
Who else? Thank you to everybody that, responded and we weren't able to get back to you.
We're gonna make it happen.
We're gonna make it work.
Yes.
It's gonna be a really great second season. And we can't wait to bring that to you. So thank you all for listening. We do have some music after this. It might be some music you already heard, or it might be some new music. We'll see.
Yes. Whatever it is, enjoy it.
Yes.
Thank you to the artists. Thank you, Inez, Kristen, Madman,
Salam.
Yes.
There's
what's
so
brother
many
man's
folks.
name? I don't want to.
He'll mess his name up. Who is it?
Right. It's all good. All of y'all.
Thank you to all artists.
All of y'all. Yes.
We appreciate you, and you might see some more of our work on here as well. So we're excited that you all have been tuning in, and even if you catch the replay, thank you for watching the replay. And more Atala Dispatch to come. See you on the next side.
Interesting story in the world. Why a person becomes the person he becomes. by the experts in this field are that most of us are using somewhere around 5% of our real potential. Some experts say as little as 1%. It means that we're only giving about 5% of ourselves to what we're doing, to our days, our work, our families, everyone we know, our entire environment. But it also means that we're only experiencing 5% of the fun.
This is the Atala Dispatch playlist with Sam and BK on Miami Community Radio.
She was living in Queens, I was raised out in Brooklyn. She was living in Queens, I was raised out in Brooklyn. She was living in Queens, I was raised out in Brooklyn. She was living in Queens, I was raised out in Brooklyn. It's Deja vu, but it ain't hard to tell. She Paula Patton, guess I'm Denzel. I go back in time just to meet all I bring for this procedure is an eighth of sativa. An all black Beamer, gold chain, Adidas, a beeper. I only see her, she wearing sneakers. She walks past, I ask if I can speak, she agrees. I'm making the film, I need you to be the lead. Fast forward, we're lying on the floor, socks on, popcorn, yo, we watchin' set it off. She jumped up and quoted Jada line for line. She gon' be a star, yo, she already shines. She's fine, son, I'm talking a dime. But there's no percentage you can put on her mind. Her father's a pastor and her mother's divine. Shorty's a demigod living outside of time. Disguised as a model, she's singing like Demi Lovato. $1,500 bottles of Moscato. Chicken and waffles, we talking about the gospel. She said her mom's wrote it, pops thought it wasn't possible. I caught flights just to read it. Train rides, rented vibes for the weekend. Man, we tried to keep it a secret, but once they hear the truth, after a while they won't see it.
I was raised out in Brooklyn. She was living in Queens. I was raised out in Brooklyn.